Alright, so the way this is going to work is basically um, I'm going to shuffle this deck here, and what will happen is I'm going to lay 3 cards out. You see the 3 things here? I'm going to lay 3 cards out from each deck. And what they're going to be, the tarot cards are going to equal um, the weeks in April. These cards will represent day or positive things. These cards here will basically be negative things because these are one of my oracle decks that I use for nefarious things, dark things. So, let's see. As far as the decks go, this is the Black Mirror deck. If you pay any attention to Tarot by Terthalion, the actual page, you'll know that these here are the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. This, as you can see, these are the Lord of the Rings Tarot. These are the Sacred Circle Tarot, basically a Druidic Tarot deck. These are my tried and true, the ones I use the most, the Spiral Tarot. And these are the newer ones that I've been working with, and these are the Witches Tarot. Now, what you're going to do throughout this is you're going to pick one of these things. You're going to pick the Hourglass, the Power Beats Pro case, or the Winnie the Pooh thimble. And we're going to read the cards. Now, when I get this up to YouTube, you'll be able to skip and figure out, which one of these you've picked and read them. But as live, we're just going to read them live. So, hopefully you've picked. I know I've already picked one. And we're going to start with the Hourglass. So, if you are the Hourglass, this is your April. So, this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, positive and possibly negative. So, as you can see, here we have the 5 of Wands. Now, the 5 of Wands, this is conflict. On this card, the Lord of the Rings Tarot, you see that this is where Bilbo journeys through Mirkwood and sees his friend captured by the spiders. So this is strife and conflict. So that's what that one is. So week 1 will be strife and conflict. Week 2, however, this is the Empress from the Spiral deck. Of course, she is fertility, abundance, and life-giving energy, positive things. So this is going to be the week 2 for our Hourglass people. Now, the next card, this is the 9 of Wands from the Sacred Circle deck. And this one is recovery. So week 3 of April is going to be a recovery period, a time to relax and enjoy what's left of the month. Right? And our last week in April is going to be the 6 of Cups from the Witches Tarot. And as you can see, the 6 of Cups shows these 2 little kids. They're actually fairly cute. And the 6 of Cups is basically nostalgia. So positive things, positive childhood memories, happiness, and so reminiscing. Alright, so the positive things of April is going to be exchanging gifts. This is from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And exchanging gifts, this is, you know, some of you guys may have birthdays in April, baby showers. Um, it basically means what it is. Gift giving and or gift receiving. And the negative aspect from the is it Black Mirror or Dark Mirror? I can't remember. Dark Mirror. From the Dark Mirror Tarot Oracle deck. This is the child I was meant to be. So there's a lot of things in April for our Hourglass people about children. We've got the pregnant woman, we've got the nostalgia of the little kids, we've got the prima ballerina here, and the child I was meant to be. So this is basically becoming who you're supposed to be as far as, your inner child. She's looks like she is a caregiver of nature, or a child of nature. Now, I don't use this deck very often because it is fairly dark and creepy, so I hardly ever use that one. And let's see. This one, let's see what the book has to say about it. Oh, to go forward is to go backward as hope heals the wounds of the past. So it's basically, healing the inner child, the child that you were, with moving forward as going back and resolving past issues. Alright, so if you were the Hourglass, then that was your reading for the month of April. Now let's go ahead and move to our next one. I'll have a lot of cleanup later, that's fine. Now our next one, if you pick the Power Beats Pro thingy, this is you. And our first card is Death. Next card is the Sun. Third week is the Page of Cups reversed. Next is the Queen of Pentacles, the Thinker, and Masquerade. Alright, so if you are the Power Beats Pro, this is your first week, and this one is Death from the Lord of the Rings deck. And this is Gandalf confronts the Balrog. Gandalf loses his life but is to be reborn. Now, 9.9 times out of 10, the death card does not mean physical death. It's basically a change. So that's there's going to be a large change for those guys who picked the Power Beats Pro case. There's going to be a huge change in the first week of April. Now the second week, this is the Sun, and the Sun, this is a major arcana card as well as Death. This one is basically life-giving energy, power, strength. So the second week of April for you guys is going to bring you power, strength, life-giving energy. And the third week, this is the Sacred Circle Tarot. This one is Reflection, or the Page of Cups reversed. Now, of course, reflection is basically, looking into yourself, finding out, what's going on. You see him, he's staring at the fish in the reflecting pool. And with this card reversed, it means you need to take that inward reflection and point that out and reflect on things that are happening or going on currently in your life. So this is what's going to happen in the third week of April for us. Those who picked the Power Beats Pro, that is. the fourth week, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, a lot of you that have had readings for me and had this come up, if it was reversed, this is what I call my my hateful bitch card. But with her right side up, she's actually a very, very nice person. She's very giving, and the court cards, which is this and this, they can represent people. So in this case, this would be a water-signed male. Well, it's reversed, so I would say a water-signed female with, that's younger because it's the page. The Queen of Pentacles, this is the earth-signed female. She's very giving, very thoughtful. You see her little, looks like almost like a Shih Tzu. She's very kind, very thoughtful, very giving, very loving. And again, this can represent an actual live human. This would be a earth-signed female that is about the same age as you. Or it could be that you need these qualities in your life currently. So give to those who have less. Now, the positive aspects of April, I'm getting glare here from the sun. This is going to be the thinker. It's going to be a time to, think and reflect on oneself, and, be ready with plans, and, make sure you execute those plans to the best of your ability. Now, the negative aspects of April for the Beats Pro people, this is going to be masquerade. You're going to be wearing a mask. You're going to be telling people you're fine when in actuality you're not. So you may want to reduce this to a minimum, because if you don't, then nobody's going to know what's going on, what's wrong with you, what you need. So make sure that you're being nice to everyone, and making sure that you've got at least one person you can tell that things are not going okay if they are not. So watch putting on this mask and telling everyone that you're fine. Alright, so that was the Power Beats Pro people. If you were one of those, you can go ahead and take off if you want. I know I've only got 2 of you here. So, this is now the Pooh people. Winnie the Pooh thimble. And this is the one I picked. So, if you picked the Pooh thimble, this is going to be us. Oh, goody. Oh, even better. Oh, nice. I love this card. Oh, God. Okay, this is us, guys. April's going to be a rough month. So, 3 of Swords. This is heartbreak. As you can see on the Lord of the Rings tarot, this is Sam comforts Frodo by the side of Mount Doom after Gollum has taken the ring along with him into the fiery furnace. So this is sorrow, regret, things I should have already done. This is week 1 in April. Things that I should have done, things I didn't do. Second week of April, this is going to be the 3 of Swords reversed again from the Spiral deck. And this basically is the ending of a relationship. With the card upright, it's the gentleman that's running off. In this case, it's going to be we're cutting someone off. Because upright, the lady's sitting there holding the rose to her chest, the man's running off into the distance. Reversed, we're the ones who's breaking up with someone. It doesn't mean that an actual loving relationship, it's more or less any relationship. Next, 3rd week. There are not many tarot cards that scare me. Concern me, I should say. This one is one of them. The Tower. The Tower, the Tower card reminds me of the Tower of Babel from the Bible. And, you know, basically out of ego, whatever, you know, everyone builds this tower to reach the heavens, and they piss off God. So he changes everyone to speak different languages. Some people deaf, some people mute. And this is fear, destruction, terror, the breaking down of society. So, those of us who picked Winnie the Pooh, rough third week there in April. Alright, our last one, the fourth one, this is the Eight of Pentacles. And the fourth week of April, diligence, hard work, skill, going to pay off on the fourth week of April. And this is basically, you know, the witch is polishing her pentacles, the things that she has there, her familiars, keeping watch, making sure she's safe. She's almost done with her work. So that's really good. Now, our positive things, this is from the Oracle, Wisdom of the Oracle deck. This is Come to the Edge. And this one is basically dancing like nobody's watching. I really like this card. You know, we're going to be dancing to the beat of our own drum. Screw everyone who doesn't get us. We're happy. And we're going to be doing very well. Alright, now the last card for those of us who picked Winnie the Pooh is Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Girl, really. Sacrifice. Again, this is the dark deck, the dark Oracle deck, and Sacrifice, it sounds like what it is. It's not necessarily good thing or bad thing. It's a thing, and it's going to be rough. And basically, we know something's coming. We know it's going to be difficult. So those of us who picked Winnie the Pooh, I have accepted my duty, and in my release, I found freedom. So we know we're going to have to sacrifice something in the month of April. So that's what this is here. So if you did pick Winnie the Pooh, and I'm not sure if you're still there, Court, but hey, if you picked Winnie the Pooh, this is our reading for the month of April. Lot of sadness, destruction, devastation. Although hard work and diligence do pay off, we're going to dance to the beat of our own drum and sacrifice.